There's going to be days where I'll come on here and I'm just going to talk about working out, and I'm going to do a demo, and I'm going to make sure that you have all the moves that you need. And then there's going to be other days like today. And on days like today, I just want to respond to some of the inquiries I get online. Oftentimes people will send me messages and say, Claudine, how do I achieve this goal? Or one of the most commonly asked questions is what I'm going to answer today. The question is, Claudine, how do you find the motivation to exercise? So today, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about motivation. I got some lotion on my hands and I'm about to take my kids to their grandmother's house. But just before I leave, I wanted to make sure that I'm, showing up on YouTube the same way that I show up in the gym, the same way that I show up in my community, which is offering health and wellness resources for free. I don't ask for any donations. I just come on here because I believe that health and wellness should be something that all of us have access to. And because I've been in this industry for over 20 years, what better way for me to give it away than to come online and do it? So here we are on YouTube, and I'm answering one of the most commonly asked questions, which is, Claudine, how do you find the motivation to exercise? How do you stay motivated? Now, I have a couple of tips. So I'm going to go through my tips first. And then I encourage you to leave your comments. And if you have tricks that you use to stay motivated, put them in the comments. I'm more than happy to learn from you as well. And that's one of the things that makes a good teacher. A good teacher is always, always willing to learn. Now, here's a couple tricks I use. So one of the tricks is I don't consider exercise optional. So that's tip number one. If you think about it as, well, I could work out today or I could not work out today, then you've already given yourself the opportunity to weasel out of it. Am I right? I mean, it's like this. If you think about it kind of like a shower. No. Let's not even think about it like a shower, because some people don't shower every day. Ooh, that's the tea. Let's think about it like paying bills. That's a more accurate representation of the way I view exercise. It's like paying bills. You know you're not going to be able to live in your home without either paying the rent or paying the mortgage. So the same is true if you think of your body as a home for your health, or as a house or a temple, as some people call it. You would want to take care of it. You would want to invest in it. So it no longer becomes an optional thing. It is a necessity. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, if you stick it in your day at the same time or at a scheduled time, you're more likely to stay consistent. Let me give you an example. My husband is a morning person. So every single morning, this guy wakes up, literally every single morning, and he gets up and he goes and works out. It's not optional for him. He wakes up super early, like before the sun, which ain't hard right now because it's October and we just experienced daylight savings, or it's November or whatever month it is, and it has been really dark in the morning. So he gets up around 5, goes straight to work out, doesn't even think about it, just boom. So that's his schedule. Me, on the other hand, I like to comfortably roll out the bed when I wake up and do my morning meditation and all of that. I don't jump out the bed and just work out. But I do schedule my workouts. In other words, I say, okay, so on Wednesday night on Facebook, I know for sure I'm going to work out. On Friday morning on Instagram, I know for sure I'm going to work out. On Saturday morning at Darby Park, I know for sure I'm going to work out. Those days are carved out. It's like we can't even argue about it. Those days I'm going to work out. Now, as far as the other days, the days when I'm not teaching my classes, how do I schedule it, especially with 3 kids? If you're a busy mom or if you have a lot of responsibilities, If you're a caregiver in any way, you know how hard it is to carve out the time for yourself. I know I'm not alone in that. So one of the ways I do it is I know when my kids are going to have their downtime from their Zoom school. I know what time of day they're the most busy, and I know what time of day they need me usually. So I usually put the workout in at a time when they need me less. Again, these are just little tips and tricks that I use that have worked for me. I'm not saying that you have to employ these on your schedule, but if you find time in your day where you're scrolling the internet, watching Netflix, doing what I would consider to be nothing, it's a good time to plug your workout in. Another good way is if you love Netflix, if you love your phone, if you love your iPad, whatever it is, you can also scroll or watch and do your workout at the same time. So that's a win-win. You don't necessarily have to sit down in order to watch your favorite show. You can be doing some squats, you can be doing some push-ups, you can be doing some planks in the time while you are watching your favorite show. Again, these are just tips and tricks that I use because I am a busy mother of 3. You guys know I have a flourishing business, thank God. This job, the job of fitness, is my labor of love, and I am so thankful that you guys have joined me here on YouTube. If you know somebody who could benefit from these pep talks or from the workouts, please feel free to share them, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, you guys. See you next Friday.